with Beard. Hello, podcast kittens. It's Cathy Cat and...
Oh, Ladybeard coming at you with yet another installment of Cat with Beard. People, that's what I'm talking about. Yes! Today we got an extremely special guest on the podcast. Special guest, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Endigo.
Yes.
Hi. Sorry, I'm trying to match his energy. Hi, everybody. My name is Endigo. Thank you for watching their podcast once again. How are you doing? Thank you for being here with me tonight.
Even better that you're here. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to mention that we all kind of like, we found each other up and we're like, oh my gosh, everyone, on Tuesdays we wear pink, okay? For this podcast release on Tuesday, we all wear pink. And look at that. All that beauty. If you are on YouTube, you'll see us on Thursdays. So in that case, we will wear pink on Thursdays.
That was Good Valley Girl or whatever that was. Can you do that again?
Oh my gosh, like
Oh my
legit.
God.
That
I
was
think
very
that would be
good.
like totally rad or whatever.
I don't know if that's Valley Girl or what it is, but it's very good.
Something of the ilk.
Yeah,
One of my
exactly.
little Twitch personalities is actually a Valley Girl called Rachel. So
Oh,
that's
yeah?
how I learned a lot about Valley Girl speak. But anyways, we're focusing on Endigo today.
Yes,
Are we now?
And
Yes.
all that wonderful and color and everything that you are. There's going to be a lot of questions. We're going to just like chat. And
Sure.
guess what, guys? We kind of all know each other.
We do.
Yeah.
So we actually knew each other way before this podcast. And that's going to be nice to pull those strings together and find out how we know each other. And by the end, you should also know how all these flashy, wonderful personalities get to meet each other here in Japan.
In pink?
Can I just jump in and say that I have known both of you for a while. Kathy, we've known each other the longest compared to me and the Beard, TM. But I have never been with you two in the same room. This
It's
is weird.
crazy. Yeah.
Because
It's
we
like-
interact differently. And now I'm like, it's like short-circuiting. I'm like, wait, how do
You got
I...
a split personality problem.
Yeah,
don't you?
oh my
You got
God.
that schizophrenia.
I'm like, hey! So this is fun. Worlds colliding.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like when you spend time with people in different environments, and now we brought this all together, and you guys can actually enjoy the pleasure of all of these worlds coming together. So we have Sweden,
Yeah.
we have Australia,
Hey.
and we have Germany. Yeah.
Come on. Tell us
Japan.
about yourself, who you are, what do you do, what's the thing?
Yes.
Hello, everybody. My name is Endigo. I am originally from Stockholm, Sweden, but I also reside in Tokyo. As of I've been here for 3 years now, pretty much. I am a musician by trade. Technically, that's what I do for a living. I make songs. I put them on Spotify. I put them on YouTube. I'm also a YouTuber. So I have a YouTube channel that I've been running as my full-time job for 5 years now, since 2017.
Living the life.
Yeah, I make music on YouTube. It's mostly like rock songs, pop songs, like symphonic songs, but it's all very stupid. It's like all meme songs. It's very silly. A lot of the big meme songs out there I've made. So yeah.
Like Huggy
This-
Wuggy, not Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Yeah,
No.
yes.
Big
yes.
Chungus
Before
is a big
this,
one.
Cathy Cat's like, you made that song Fuzzy Wuzzy!
I'm like,
And then you topped it up with...
And then, what's the name of your band? Overworld?
no, that's correct.
That's correct.
You're like, yeah, Fuzzy Wuzzy and Overlord. I'm
Sorry,
like,
man.
0 out
Overworld's
of
that
10.
video game with the skeleton thing that was popular a few
Got
years ago.
both of
eh?
these things wrong,
which
needless to
one?
say.
Don't worry, it doesn't even matter.
Sick.
This person made Big Chungus.
Yes, that's one of the ones.
Yeah.
Not the meme, not the
song.
design, but the song.
The song
we all
to
know and
it.
love. Do you know it? Can you sing a bit of it?
Big Chungus. Big Chungus. Big. Is that accurate?
First half, yeah.
You sing it.
Big chungus, big chungus, big chungus.
Oh, okay.
So close.
Hey.
I was all, yeah.
Well, that
was
big part is not there, but.
Okay. Can we have a little bit of Huggy Wuggy then?
My name's Huggy Wuggy.
Far less enthusiasm.
Well, I'm not the one
for
singing.
that
I'm not the
first
one singing the verse. I'm just doing the chorus. This
okay.
is my factory. This is my home.
There we
Then there's a guitar
go.
solo.
Dropping it.
Indigo is a real musician.
Unlike you.
Yeah.
Not like myself. Not like myself.
No, it
who's
was a question.
God.
It was a question.
I'm
No,
serious, not like
I didn't
myself.
imply. I asked you.
Who's a hack who has to put on a skirt to cover up for the fact that I don't know what I'm doing.
I wonder what that's like.
You went to music school from like age 2 or something.
10, yes. Same. We're all old at this point.
Music school from age 10.
Yeah, so I started studying, I'm 30, by the way, hi. I started studying music properly in a music school at the age of 10 in Sweden, Stockholm. Even before that, though, I was already like dabbling in like school choirs, like in my normal school. Played a little bit of like the keyboard. But then age 10, I joined a music school, like a public normal school, except you had music theory studies an hour or 2 hours every day. For 6 years.
I heard, that's one of the things I actually heard. I was doing some research and I heard that Sweden is one of the best countries to support musicians. You have a lot of music programs, you have a lot of like financial support for musicians. So that seems to be like a very Swedish thing.
Yes. There's a lot of like cultural like stipends or like grants you can get as a musician. Maybe not as much these days, but in like the 60s, 70s, 80s, there was like this saying like the Swedish music scene or the Swedish music cultural, like the whole world of it is built on the social welfare, basically, backbone. So shout out to Sweden for providing musicians with a platform to grow, making now Sweden one of the biggest music exports in the world.
But all those 90s pop groups, their songwriters were all Swedish, weren't they? Like Backstreet Boys and them, like all of them had Swedish songwriters.
Yes.
Yeah? All those hits like I Want It That Way were all made by Swedes, yeah?
Totally. And that, to this day, a lot of the big K-pop these days, all written by Swedish people.
K-pop!
Yes.
Even
Holy
K-pop?
moly!
What?
Dude, I have a couple friends in Sweden who are like songwriters who make like big band. A lot of the songs you've heard are written by like friends of friends in back in
Wow,
Stockholm.
don't say the name of the artists, because otherwise we'll get stanned.
Oh,
Yes, I
damn.
won't. But like, just check the credits on like your favorite K-pop album. There's a lot of Swedish names there.
So
Sweden...
like the Swedes are like the leaders now in music then.
Yeah,
And they always were, right?
Yeah. Especially like global mainstream pop. A lot of it is made by Swedes.
Damn, and
Yeah.
you also made in Sweden. There's Swedish music
Right.
industry got you. You made your way there. You started very, very young, and then how do we go from school, from music school?
So then at age 10, when I started that school, I also started playing the guitar with the dream of one day being a rock star. You know what I mean? I just wanted to be like a rock star. I watched like Iron Maiden, AC/DC. I watched School of Rock, the movie. I was like, I want to be that. So
Want to be Jack Black?
Yeah, specifically, yes.
You better get eating.
I'm working on it.
Oh dear me, that's going to get us
What do you think of wearing a corset,
Sorry,
buddy?
Jack Black. I mean, no offense. I'm trying to fat shame. Hashtag happy times. No offense. Keep going.
It's fine. I started my first band then in 2002 when I was 10 in school. We were not excellent, you know, being 10 years old and not knowing how to play the guitar. But I've just kind of kept iterating that until this very day. I'm still on that path.
You probably were excellent. You probably weren't excellent by your current standards, but you probably were excellent generally.
Just
I mean, my
because
mom
you're
told me I was,
Swedish.
so, you
That's
know.
good. That's the main thing.
It's the Swedish music blood is running in your veins.
Yeah,
What
I
was
guess.
like your big first band that really got some recognition then?
My first proper... So I've had like 20 bands maybe.
20?
No, not 20. But probably 10, like
All
give
right.
or take, different levels. My first band that made any sort of anything cool was a little band called Overworld, which is not to be confused with Uberworld, Japanese band. But,
Or Overlord, the
we get
video
or
game.
Overlord. Yes, that's a good game though. Xbox 360.
There we go.
Deep cut. So we started early 2012. Early 2012, we started playing. Released our first EP in May of that year, and then we played for about 3 years. Toured Europe a little bit, released some music videos, had a couple of like quasi hits given our still indie level. We had no record deal or anything. 2014, we quit. The band disbanded, and at the time of disbanding, little fast forward, we had a bunch of songs that we loved, that we'd play live, that we were preparing to record for a CD, but then never materialized. And they were like fan favorites. There was this epic power ballad and a couple of cool songs. Fast forward to this year, and me and Andy, shout out, our drummer, got in touch and like, hey, May of this year is going to be the 10-year anniversary of our debut EP. Should we like make a new Overworld EP with the old songs, record them now, and like I re-record the old songs that we still had all the notes and like sheet music for. So we did. So May of this year, we put out our 10-year anniversary new EP featuring songs that never made it from back then, where I re-record and mixed it to sound like the old productions. So like no time seemingly has passed, and so that's out now. Shout out.
It's great
So
music,
So they
man.
actually existed before, and you just re-recorded them now with that new style, like kind of like old and new combined in something beautiful.
Yes. So back then I couldn't produce music now, whereas now I mix the whole thing, and it sounds, good. Whereas back then I couldn't mix at all. So I'm very. It was a little personal project to like get those songs out there again and like vindication for things that never materialize.
That's great, man. Wow. It's banging music. If you're into kind of like trance metal, like things like Crossfaith and that kind of stuff, it's kind of like it's. So you played in a bunch of bands 10 years ago in Sweden, which were the beginning of that trance metal movement that happened, like Sonic Syndicate and so forth, and that kind of whole movement that happened. Yeah.
Shout out Sonic Syndicate.
Hey, I love Sonic Syndicate.
Come on, Nathan.
Nathan. Hey, you're all right. They were a massive inspiration for my music career.
Yeah, no, same. Me too. Mine too.
Huge.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm so sorry. I'm nodding as if I know what you're talking about, but I'm just
very interestingly, a good 10 years ago or so, somehow there was this huge wave of visual key bands that took off in Europe.
Yeah.
That's the first Endigo that I met. I met the Visual K Endigo, like with the Visual K spiky hair.
I guess that was my brand for a long while. It still is some days, not today maybe, but some days. I have pink spiky hair under this big wig, so yeah.
Wig?
I mean, natural hair.
That's more like it.
Okay, share with us your milestones, like albums or things where you were like, "Well, I've done something," where you like really got something.
A little CV of flexes, if you will.
Yeah, flex it.
Okay.
Come on, flex it.
Big flexes.
Endigo flex.
Big flexes. Oh God. All right. In what order do you want them?
Big flexes.
Okay, I'll just drop some cool ones. Okay, so that band Overworld back in 2012, we had 1 or 2 or 3 iTunes #1 hits. We had 1 EP get on iTunes #1 for the Swedish rock charts for like a week, I think. My band after that, we made a song for a little known game called Tekken 7.
Little known game.
In the music video of which I'm actually cosplaying as that character it's the theme for our character in the game.
Which one? Who?
Lars, the half Swedish character.
The half Swede.
Of course,
Lars. Yeah. Yes. What more? I have a YouTube channel approaching 700,000 subscribers, slowly but surely. I had my biggest hit song of all time last fall, Huggy Wuggy. Totaling almost 35 million plays on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Good job.
What more? I sang in Bang Dream, the new movie that came out in January. I'm singing 3 songs in that one.
Ooh, anime, video games,
I
anime.
have a lot of other games and anime I've sung in that is still secret, but they're coming sometime, I hope.
Secret songs, secret projects, exciting.
I'm also on Cool Japan, which is a TV show here in Tokyo on NHK, talk show.
NHK, buddy!
Yeah, NHK! Shout out. Once or twice a month, ish. What more?
And don't forget, you and I did a song together.
Yes!
Yes!
I was waiting for the best one.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. I apologize.
No, it's fine. No.
Now it's all anticlimactic. Now I've ruined it.
Thank you. No. So, the best part, yes. We made a song earlier this year.
Babybeard and Endigo. We made a song called Metal Queens. It's on Endigo's YouTube channel. You can go there, you can watch it. It's excellent.
It's also on Spotify.
Yeah, too.
But the YouTube version has a bang-in music video.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, the first shot is me standing in Shibuya Crossing, but I was too lazy to actually go to Shibuya and film, which is 20 minutes from my home.
Oh, no.
So I like green screened myself into Shibuya, and everybody's like, "Why didn't you just go there?" I'm like, I don't know.
It's good like that.
It's feeling
good.
lazy.
It's good. It made it better.
Yeah, I guess.
So how? That's what I want to know.
I want to know, how did that come to be? Because you were the one who initiated it.
We found Endigo because the internet, and because you, when we released Babybeard's my current group, for those who are not up to date. When we released Babybeard, you put a comment on one of our first thingamajigs, and so then we found you through the comment on the thingamajig, and then we got in touch with you, and you were, it's gonna do a song.
Yeah. You're like,
and then
bro. You're like, hit me up in my DMs, like, hey, bro, let's collab.
Yeah,
like,
man.
most like cheesy. I'm like, yeah, sure. And I was going to Osaka like the next day. I'm like, great. I'm too busy for you. I'll get back to you some later point.
Superstar. He's a superstar.
Superstar.
Doesn't have time for me.
Oh, how did you say it earlier before the camera was rolling? He was like, well, I'm the one who has the most followers.
Right.
You were disrespecting my bands. You were like, oh, Overlord, Fuzzy Wuzzy. I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Doggy Dog.
I remembered the over part. Look, I remember over and one line of Chungus Chungus. Look.
Chungus, chung. I mean, you could have called me Underworld, so, halfway there. Anyway.
Sorry, yes. So
God
you
damn.
It's fine.
contacted
What's going on?
Indigo.
Yeah, we contacted Endigo.
Yes.
We're like, let's do a song. So we
And you
did.
a song
Yes.
together.
And then, interestingly, my group Babybeard has new songs coming out very soon. Oh,
Do you now?
made by Endigo!
What?
Yes! What? What? Oh, what?
Yes,
good songs.
and that's been. Wait, have this been talked about publicly? Because I haven't.
I don't
really.
even know.
Oh, it's
No, I don't
secret,
think so.
Secret
So,
knowledge
okay.
here, guys.
Performed
You
before.
heard
So
it
here's the
first.
thing.
Publicly before.
Babybeard.
You heard it first on
Babybeard-
Cat with Beard. You heard it first on Cat with Beard.
Dropping exclusive scoops here. So here's the thing. Babybeard went to Brazil. This sounds like the beginning of a joke.
A bearded baby wakes up in Brazil. Keep going.
What happens next will shock you. Yeah, so you played a show in Brazil,
Yes.
in Sao
Sao Paulo.
Oh, got that right. And I did remember. So you played a show there, and towards the end of the show, I've seen bootlegs on YouTube. You played 2 new songs, right?
Yes, we did.
Which are called...
They are called Twisted Kaiju Tale and A Pity Squad by Babybeard 2022, produced by Endigo. Music composed by Endigo.
Yes.
Recorded with the microphones and instruments by Endigo.
I didn't make the instruments, to be fair, but yes.
Can you make instruments?
I built a guitar this summer for the first time
you
ever.
really?
My dad builds guitars, and I was in
Get
Sweden.
outta here.
Yeah, for real.
Built your
like,
own guitar.
Yeah.
Hey, so when
Damn.
you were in Sweden over the summer, you got a piece of wood, you just sanded it down, and you.
You kind of buy these like kits with like a body, a neck, and you have to like carve it out and then paint it and do all the like finishing and everything. But yeah, we built guitars.
Hi.
Total side note, but
Hi.
yeah.
Hi. Question, which I think a couple of you guys listening right now will also ask: how is this all recorded? How is this made? Like you say, you have YouTube, so do you need a studio to do music right nowadays on YouTube? Have you created your own studio? How does your studio look? Like anyone who's interested into getting into music, I saw a comment, for example, on your Instagram once, which was like, some people just go like, which app do you use? Like, which phone app do you use? It's
I
like,
get that.
it's definitely not a phone app. Guys, it's not a phone app. So what are you doing? How is your study looking? Can people recreate something like that by themselves? Where should they start if they want to follow your footsteps?
Yes, absolutely. So when we did the first collab, which was Metal Queens, that we mentioned, where both of us sing earlier this year, that was entirely recorded. So I produce all the drums and bass and all those things. I just do that on my computer. It's all MIDI. I use virtual instruments, virtual drums, virtual bass, keyboard strings, all that. Then I take my electric guitar, I plug it into my little guitar box that goes into my computer, and I record the guitar. And then I take my microphone with a USB cable, plug the guitar thing out, plug the USB mic in, sing, mix everything on the computer.
So guys, no studio.
Well, the thing is, when we did Metal Queens, the first one, that was in my old apartment, which I have since moved out from, which was very rudimentary. Though you guys were very humble, and you didn't complain. So thank
You
for
were
that.
very. What I was amazed with how resourceful you were in that we could get an entire song, an entire video shot in a small ass Tokyo apartment. That
Right.
was- amazed me.
So I repurposed the kitchen of that apartment. I took out I took the kitchen table, flipped it, turned it into my desk, put speakers on it, put foam wall everywhere. Had like my mic stand next to my washing machine. Had my like computer under the kitchen table. Like it was it worked technically.
It did.
And then we recorded the music, and then you went away. I mixed the song, and then you came back to shoot the video, which is all green screen. So for that, I took my bedroom, I took all of my clothes, all my hangers out, put them elsewhere, put up this massive green screen, like 3 meters by 3 meters, down on the floor in my bedroom where my wardrobe used to be. That was now like in the bathroom. We filmed everything. I took the green screen down, put my clothes back in, and edited it. So
Wow.
that was a process. Since then, however, I have moved again. So I have a way bigger apartment now, one room which is dedicated. So that is now a permanent green screen setup. And then there's a computer on the other wall, which is the music part. So it's a music studio and film studio, big room in my apartment. And then there's a bedroom and then a living room.
That sounds like a
yeah.
great studio apartment. But you were tremendously resourceful with what you had available when we did Metal Queens, and I was extremely impressed.
So
Thank you,
guys,
thank you, I
if you're
tried.
listening to this right now, you don't have to get someone's studio and pay a lot of money to record your first songs
Yes.
then, right? What's your message you would kind of give to people who want to do what you're doing?
My philosophy, especially with music production, is I like to be as minimalistic as possible and yet create maximized productions. So for example, I released a solo metal album, I think it was a year and a half ago now. That entire album, which sounds like it could be like a proper Iron Maiden, it sounds like a high budget album, not to toot my own horn, but it sounds cool. That entire album was produced on a MacBook Pro with like internal virtual plugins and software, and then one USB microphone for singing and one USB device that I plug my guitar into that goes straight into the computer. That's it. That was the whole album, and it sounds good. Technology has gotten so streamlined, so minimalistic, and you can create masterpieces with like so limited resources.
But I would like to point out, keep in mind, the man has been learning music since he was 10.
That's it.
So
So the skill and the talent has to be there.
you still have to be able to play the guitar
yeah.
and actually sing and compose songs.
But if you're a musician, is it okay to ask what kind of tools apart from the MacBook Pro you're using? You want to share that, or you don't want to share it?
Sure. I'm mostly a PC user these days. I still have the MacBook, but I have like a big desktop PC now. All my music production, I use a software called FL Studio. Used to be called Fruity Loops back in the days.
Fruity Loops.
Yeah. I think they changed the name because it sounded goofy. So I use that. I have a microphone that is my Audio Technica USB microphone. I have my little guitar thing. And then it's just a bunch of plugins. Do you want me to drop specific brand names?
Yeah,
or-
go on!
No, bring it
Go on!
Okay,
Flex
okay.
it and drop it.
Let's
Okay,
get technical!
So, hashtag not sponsored in any way, I guess.
Oh yeah,
They
we allowed to
should.
talk about. We gonna get in trouble?
I don't
Yes,
think so.
talk away. It's fine.
Hey.
Okay, so there is a oh god no, what's it called? Shit.
And we're putting you on the spot
Oh my
here.
goodness!
Oh no,
wow!
I forgot.
After
Okay,
that big kerfuffle, you can't remember the name.
Okay. So
Big chunkus.
There's a company called East West that makes excellent plugins for virtual instruments. Their most popular one is like the Symphonic Orchestra, which sounds so real. So I also released a symphonic rock opera album earlier this year. Different story.
very
Anyway,
impressive.
that entire opera, it sounds also like very realistic. It's all those strings and those instruments.
Wow.
So each one of their plugins, the orchestra, for example, they're all like $1,000 each, $2,000 each, and they have like 40 different ones. They have a subscription service that is $20 a month, and you get everything.
Oh, wow.
And do you recommend that one?
I do. So if you get on that, they're massive. Each instrument bank is like 100 gigabytes or more.
Damn.
Wow.
So like get a 2 terabyte hard drive, get everything, get the subscription service, and then you can create whatever you want. But you also need the skills.
You
So
need the
That's
skills.
the
You need the
time
skills
it takes.
to
That's the thing
pay.
that takes the most time.
And
The
a lot of
bills.
passion and drive. I remember
Yes.
meeting Endigo, and you were literally like, okay, I am filming from this time to this time, then I'm editing from this time to this time, then I'm doing that cut and this editing and then this one, then I'm filming this. This is all self-produced. There's a lot of drive in Endigo, and you'll see that when you go to Endigo's channel. There's so much happening. It did not fall out of the sky.
And click subscribe whilst
Yeah.
you're there.
Yeah.
Hey, how many minutes remain in this episode of Cat with Beard? 5.
5.
We need a. Oh, we do have a
This
clock.
clock is
I was about to
I
say
don't
we
know.
need a clock.
The
We've
one
got
on
one.
top
but-
doesn't move. It stopped at 10 to 4, so that's why there's no. Sorry, we don't know the time. This clock is. I don't know what it does. Actually.
I didn't know the time anyway. I didn't look at the clock. I apologize.
Is
All right,
it,
let's
is it a
wrap it up
disaster
then.
if we go too far?
No,
Sorry?
no, that's fine. We're just gonna roll it into the next episode.
Oh, this is 2 episodes.
Yeah, you're
Oh!
here in the next one as well.
Okay, cool.
You're a big deal, Indigo. You're
I
a big
guess.
deal.
Deal, we need to do
can't
it. We
get
need to
this
do it.
all
I'm a big
handled in
chungus.
one episode. Exactly.
Okay,
Now
cool.
you're a spillover guest.
Oh my god, there you go.
One episode can't contain Indigo.
I need 2 at the minimum.
We need at
You're
least
like
2.
you're like a tsunami. You're like a force of nature. You cannot be contained in a small area. You must bust forth, revealing yourself in every area of human existence.
On that note, we're
in
gonna
the
have
morning,
Endigo again.
you will wake up, you shall find Endigo. In the evenings, you shall gaze to the stars, you shall see,
see Endigo.
If you drill down to the center of the earth, you will be blessed with liquid hot magma and
Endigo.
Endigo is everything everywhere at all times. There can be no human being aside.
All right.
I like that you did this right after you said you only have 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I think those 5 minutes are over.
I was deliberately getting rid of 2 so we can just go to plugs on the internet. Endigo, where do people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram, Endigo Pink. Twitter, Endigo Skyborn. Different names. YouTube, my main channel is Endigo, where I do my music stuff. I have a side channel now where I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Drag stuff, maybe. Endigo Pink. I do drag. I didn't mention that.
We're
going
to talk about that one in the next episode. I purposely kept that for the next episode. Cannot be contained
That's
in
like
this
a little
episode.
like a little teaser for the next one.
Exactly.
But yeah, Endigo Pink on Instagram, Endigo. Just search Endigo, you'll find me.
You find Endigo. Anything you want to shout out? Any kind of projects you want everyone to come to?
Shout out to Cathy Cat. We never got into how we met each other, but
yeah, we'll talk about that.
Let's
maybe
do that next time.
Yes.
No, I guess shout out to the new Babybeard songs coming sometime. I don't know when, but
Twisted
they're good.
Kaiju Tail and Opti Squad coming at you in the future.
Yes. Also, Twisted Kaiju Tail. I play a guitar solo.
Hell yeah, he does. That's a very
Right,
good
so
job
you're
of it.
passing it straight over to
Ladybeard! You put into the internet Ladybeard _Japan. That's where you'll find me and my group Babybeard _Japan with songs composed by Endigo. Cathy Cat, what about you?
Wait. I heard that you're going to go to Austria.
Oh, we're going to Austria! I wrote a big note.
Yeah.
Austria.
Yeah.
And yet, nonetheless, I still forgot you are
I
very
got
good.
You covered,
Hey,
Endigo.
high five, sister.
Ladybeard
Good
and
job.
Endigo got you all covered here.
Babybeard, we're going to be at Unicon in Vienna, October 28 weekend. So if you're anywhere near the nation of Austria, the city of Vienna, come on down and say hi. Catty Cat, your turn.
Right, Cathy Cat _TV, both with a C, not with a K. Stick with the C. Cathy Cat _TV on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all the things on the YouTubes, and of course also on NHK World.
Yeah.
NHK buddies.
Come on, railway
and find us.
something.
And of course here on Cat with Beard, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel,
Well, now who's messing
subscribe
up the
to our
names?
YouTube channel. Guys, we need to wrap up the episode.
Hi, sorry. Please continue.
Cat with Beard has a YouTube channel. If you love the Endigo and you want to see how amazing the
Nice,
Endigo
Indigo.
is looking today, check out the Cat with Beard YouTube channel. If you love the Ladybeard and you want to check out how beautiful Ladybeard is looking today, check out the YouTube channel. If you love the Cathy Cat and you want to see that Lolita outfit she's wearing today, check the YouTube channel, Cat with Beard. All right, let's wrap it up, guys.
Okay.
See
Goodbye.
you on Endigo in the next episode of
Cat with Beard. Very good.
Yeah! You're the Twisted Kaiju here.